Well, hello there. Today, we are talking with Heather Lynn Darby. This is Susan Hamilton. You're watching OBBM Live. This is our special DFW local business, really a promotion relief. On one hand, on the other hand, we want to make sure we are getting the local businesses that are serving you, marketplace, in front of you as frequently as possible to really talk about how we're rising to the challenges. Because no matter what you're doing, life is different today for all of us, for a business owner, for a consumer. Let's find out who it is that you can trust for business today. Hey, Heather Lynn,
Hey,
you are
how are you
keeping
doing?
people healthy. Thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you for having me today.
You know, you have really a great way of conveying information. I love it. I was watching one of your videos the other day that you took people right through your refrigerator. You said, you know what, guys, I want you to see what it looks like to eat healthy. And I've only seen one other person do that before, and I really liked hers too. I think it's a great approach because it can seem overwhelming, can't it, to really prepare, but it makes all the difference in the world, especially at our stay-at-home lifestyle today.
Yeah, for sure. Like one of the reasons why I was putting out and am continuing to put out so much video right now, a lot of people are at home and their stress level is on max
Right.
and all their routines are pulled out from under them and they're constrained from being able to go out and do like normal things like shopping, and people are eating out of their refrigerator and their pantry. So I felt like it was important to show people how they could like pre-prepare and like block their time of food preparation so that it made it really easy to put together meals, especially when everyone's at home all day right now. So
Yes, I'm really looking forward to this weekend. I'm gonna get some plants in the ground and start really thinking about my garden again. Last couple summers, I really was too busy, and I've got great herbs that stayed up anyway. But I'm ready to get my stuff in the ground and get started on some of those things. Heather Lynn, you have an online approach anyway in your business with health and fitness, and I think what I really enjoy is your take on nutrition and physiology. Biology, you understand what nutrition is. So very few people get that when it comes to eating well, but you get the nutrition aspect of it, and what it takes for your brain to function, what it takes for you to really metabolize your and keep your body weight where you want it. So tell us a little bit about some of the things that you see the local businesses struggling with now that we are all working in front of our computer. And some of us were doing that before and it was too much, but now we're really kind of honed into our home offices. Tell us a little bit about what you're seeing.
yeah, thank you. It's such an interesting topic when you're talking about people that are sitting in front of their computer. My specialization is helping people disrupt the cycle of chronic stress through
Yeah.
food, mood, and movement. And so what that means for someone that's a desk worker that works in front of their computer is that um, how their environment shapes their choices. So sitting all day is a secret hidden stressor. Um, it impacts our breathing structure, which impacts our mood. The whole thing is very connected by our vagus nerve to our gut microbiome, which right now is central, well, always, but more salient right now. It's central to our immune system.
Okay.
So making sure that you have healthy foods that feed that gut microbiome is more important now than ever. So helping people like understand how to put together healthy meals when normally they might just get takeout. A lot of people are stress eating or eating out of boredom because the refrigerator is right there now that we're home based. And, just figuring out how to feed the kids that are there all day. The difference between if you have, I know you have children in your household,
Mhm.
the kid food, which might not be healthy for you,
Well,
right?
we are pretty careful about the stuff because they've got sensitivities. And that's helpful. However, one thing I'm noticing about my age, I learned over the last couple of years, I realized this about myself. I'm a stress eater, and I don't understand that I'm experiencing stress because I'm pretty good natured, and I can juggle a lot of stuff. But I have noticed that, man, when I got an urge for a crunch, if I don't have carrots prepped, if I don't have celery prepped, those are my kind of go-to if I want to do the right thing. Um, but if I don't, That's a cookie. If I don't, it's a cookie. It's a handful of cereal, and it's not just one. I mindlessly consume until I realize, oh wow, I've hurt myself. Now I'm going to have to work extra hard to take care of my complexion or my waistline, right? Or my digestion. It's like, oh, what did I do? I know better. I'm a grown woman who understands food sensitivities. I understand nutrition. I still do it.
It's so funny. I so often hear, I know what to do. I just can't figure out why I don't do it. You know, if knowledge was a solution, none of us would have this issue, right?
Girl.
People are messy. There's a lot of emotional components. There's a lot of environmental components that go into the choices people make. Seriously, the choices that we make, we think we're doing consciously, but the majority of them are on autopilot and shaped largely by our environment. So you hit on one of the key points that I share with people is make the thing you want to do the easiest thing to do. And that's why I went through my refrigerator. I'm like, I pre-prepped these things because by the time I'm hungry, I'm done with work, I just want the quickest, easiest thing. And if that's going to be a frozen dinner out of the freezer compared to if I already have some beans and grains and veggies prepped that I can throw together a quick fresh meal, you know, if I don't have those pre-prepped foods, I'm going to grab something frozen or maybe even get takeout, which right now is a little risky, you know.
But tempting. But tempting. You know what?
It's so tempting because by the time you're hungry, your logical brain, your prefrontal cortex is offline.
Girl, that's the truth. That is for me, for sure. And someone has brought it to my attention that at my age is hormonal, and that there's a hormonal pattern to my eating that is detrimental if I don't really reel it in and just stay centered. That I have self-control. Doggone it, I don't have to do this. And yet I still find myself cycling, and I'm really hoping that balances out pretty soon, where I don't have to do that. But I've noticed that by making really watching that stress, it's made a huge difference. I just knowing that it's stress helped me to back off. And so I think what you're focusing on is huge. I really don't talk to anybody that doesn't say, wow, this is more stressful. Now, look, I think that the local business community is rising to challenges. I think that they're really doing things more innovatively to reach the marketplace. And you're one of those people that you've just got. I was mentioning it earlier. It's a friendly way of just saying, oh, by the way, and it's very clear, it's very clear, very engaging. It's clear, what you're talking about, and you're not having to refer to things all the time, even out of nervousness. You've got a conscious, confidence about that I think is really helpful for people to want to absorb that information. What are some of the things that you've had to change doing? What are some of the ways that you've had to alter the way you do business to meet the needs of the marketplace and rise to the challenge of our shelter-in-place order?
Well, I really haven't had to change that much of my business structure because I've always been 100% online. So using Zoom, I guess the only thing that's changed about Zoom is a little bit of lag time to get on. Sometimes it hangs up because so many people are, working online. The kids are going to school using Zoom teleconferencing. So that's been a little bit of a wrench in the engine, but it's still the same process. I have an online platform that I deliver nutrition coaching, online messaging. People can get a hold of me 24/7. The workouts that I deliver are on video, and people can do them in their home or in their yard if they prefer to be outside and get some fresh air and be in nature. It's super flexible. So nothing has really had to change. And I've been doing this for 5 years. So I'm very experienced in helping people, figure out how to overcome, to find the solutions to the problems, like how can we make this easy? How can you make this easier? Basically is what I do for people.
Yeah, I think you and I have a common ground there, because that's how we look at media. We want to look at the whole ball of wax and go, okay, what part of it looks like work? Bring that to us. We'll do that part. Mm-hmm. And we want to make it just as simple as possible for people to get out there and do it. So Heather, how do people reach you? What's the best way to start taking advantage of everything you have to offer?
the central hub of everything is on my website, and it's my big name, heatherlynndarby.com. All my socials are there. You can schedule a private consultation with me. But what I would like to invite people to do is join my free Facebook community. It's called Excellent Vitality Experiment, and I'm in there 5 or 6 days a week, just giving people a lot of value, strategies, workouts, workshops, different techniques, and a sense of community. I'm talking with people in there all the time, and the easiest way to get there is to go to this link, excellent.link/group. And the way you spell that is XLNT.LINK/group.
Okay, that sounds really easy. As a matter of fact, friends, when you want to reach her, I'm going to have that information accompanying this on YouTube in our playlist for the OBBM Live Special DFW Local Business. And so you'll be able to find that information right there. And I'm excited about that. Heather Lynn, what is something that we need to really think about right now that what would you say is probably the biggest priority? Here we are. This is a Friday. We're going into a weekend, which doesn't, aside from the I don't know, for so many people, there's still stuff to do all weekend, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're working very differently, and now we don't even get to change our environment. What would you say are some really good things that we need to think about if we're going to have a powerful next week and rise out of this?
Right. So the message that I want to send right now is be gentle with yourself. A lot of people are throwing out workouts help with stress. Your nervous system is on high alert in that fight or flight. Emotional situations trigger that. And it's a state of distress, and that causes muscular tension. If you're doing a heavy workout, even if you normally work out, there's more tension on your ligaments and tendons that support your joints because of that muscular tension, and you're much more likely to injure yourself. So be a little more gentle. Do some deep, slow breathing, maybe some gentle yoga practice. Walking is good as long as you're staying within the regulations of wherever your location is. I mean, a minimum of 6 feet, but I personally am like, stay in your yard, stay in your yard, stay in your home, and do light, gentle exercise until this becomes, we're in this for a long haul. It's going to become the new normal. You can ramp it up again later. Don't go hard right now.
All right, good. And I want to mention something too before we let go. I've got you just for a few more minutes, and something else you said to me. I thought nobody else is talking about besides maybe John Chester, and he was on here. But he is the host of Power of a Positive playlist on the OBBM network. We're talking about how you like to sing every day, and it doesn't really matter if anybody else likes it. You sing it for yourself because and I'm that way, and I think we connected on that because I just go, I sing all the time too. And I think it's a part of what helps us smile and crazy things. But you made a physical connection. Will you tell our listeners what that was?
I would be delighted to. So first of all, you mentioned several things. Smiling stimulates the parasympathetic nervous system, that rest and digest, which helps to inhibit chronic stress. It does so by the muscles in your mouth, in your face. When you smile, move a tiny bone inside of your ear, and that stimulates the vagus nerve. So right there, just smiling, even if you kind of do smiling as an exercise, just putting your face in that position really helps with your mood. The vagus nerve runs down the sides of your neck and connects with your larynx. So when you're talking or singing, but singing has additional benefits, the vibration of your larynx also stimulates that parasympathetic nervous system. But the real key to singing is that it stimulates deep, slow exhales so that you can sustain those notes, and that diaphragmatic breathing helps to regulate your heart rate with this idea of you have your heartbeat and then there's spaces in between each beat. The more flexibility that there is, the more variation there is in that heart rate variability, the more resilient you are to stress. So by having those slow diaphragmatic breaths, that slow exhale, you're increasing your heart rate variability and you're increasing your resilience to stress. So singing is incredibly powerful in boosting up your stress resistance.
Heather, you are so much fun. What a gift you are to share with people. I'm excited about that. Thank you so much for spending time with us today and getting this information out. So I'm excited to get this video ready, prep for you to use everywhere you can, because I think we brought out some of the really key things that are simple and endearing and are going to cause people to come back to you over and over and over again and get our community healthy, happy, and ready to end this stuff and get on the other side of it. Thank you, Heather. Hey, guys. Now, if you want to register and be a part of the OBBM Live Special DFW Local Business Series that I'm doing, I know that's a mouthful, but it really is. We don't typically do media like this. We are a television, radio, podcast production facility, and we're in shelter in place. So we are having to do everything very, very different. And so we are wanting to go ahead and offer an opportunity for the community to get to know you, understand how you're working differently. So by all means, schedule your interview and work with the people that we are sharing. Share these videos and let the community know where their resources are, because it couldn't be more important to give them the right stuff. Till next time, Susan Hamilton, Offbeat Business Media. You've been watching OBBM Live.